Hi, I'm Josh, founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I'm Josh. Um, I am fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. I'm still trying to get used to that, but I'll get there. I'll be comfortable and I'll get there. But words do have power, and I don't want to pigeonhole myself. That's what I'm fighting during these 24 hours. Because that's all each of us get are 24 hours. Whether you're brand new and it's your first day and you're a newcomer, or like my therapist said yesterday, he was like, I'd have to look at my day counter, and he was like, it's day 15,700, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm one of those people that doesn't even keep a day counter anymore. I don't even count days. I'm like, let me just get through these 24 hours. No, like, I mean, it's not to be like, oh, days don't matter, anniversaries don't matter, trips don't matter. But I just genuinely, I don't know, when I started thinking about days and having a day counter, it started putting so much pressure on me when I started getting close to like huge milestones, like when I would get close to a year, or close to like 3 years, or close to 4 years. Close to 4 years was when things went really bad back in 2011. And then it took 6 years to like get it back together. So I kind of just have a general ballpark idea of where I'm at. So today is the 22nd, and I will be sharing my experience, strength, and hope. I hope that you subscribe and like our videos, and share your experience, strength, and hope in the comments section. That way a newcomer can unburden themselves, and someone with time can share their experience, strength, and hope. And together we can build a community where there's an exchange of information and knowledge, and we can find our own paths to recovery. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, it is July 23rd, so I might have even read the wrong thing. Let me double check. No, I was good there. Okay, so that's good. July 23rd. Woo! Okay, so even in sobriety, you can make mistakes. Alright, so July 23rd from Just for Today. Surrendering self-will. We want and demand that things always go our way. We should know from our past experience that our way of doing things did not work. Page 26, basic text, page 20, and page 93. All of us have ideas, plans, goals for our lives. There's nothing in the NA programs that says we shouldn't think for ourselves, take initiative, and put responsible plans into action. It's when our lives are driven by self-will and we run into problems. When we are living willfully, we go beyond thinking for ourselves. We think only of ourselves. We forget that we are but a part of the world, and that whatever personal strength we have is drawn from a higher power. We might even go so far as to imagine that other people exist solely to do our bidding. Quickly we find ourselves at odds with everyone and everything around us. At this point we have two choices. We can continue in our slavery to self-will, making unreasonable demands and becoming frustrated because the planet doesn't spin our way, or we can surrender, relax, seek knowledge of God's will and the power to carry that out, and find our way back to a condition of peace with the world, taking initiative, making responsible plans. There's nothing wrong with these, so long as they serve God's will, not merely our own. Just for today, I plan to do God's will, not mine. If I find myself at odds with everything around me, I will surrender self-will. Yeah, that's always an interesting one, because my girlfriend and I always have this like discussion about like free will versus determinism, and I'm not gonna say which one is where, although you'll probably be able to figure it out here pretty soon. But yeah, when I get up in the morning and my feet hit the floor, I'm just grateful to be alive, to be honest, because sometimes I'll wake up and I will be not in those places. I will be in a place where I am wearing a hospital gown and on a pressurized bed and have like nurses and doctors around me. You know, or I'll wake up and I'll find myself in shackles, and that's never fun either, looking like Hannibal Lecter. So yeah. So for me, giving up my will is more so about like not taking life so seriously, or as my like sponsor says, wear life like a loose garment. I always say like life gets lifey, you know, like even in sobriety it's gonna throw us curveballs. We're gonna lose people. You know, the ideal job that we wanted, we won't get hired for. You know, there'll be all sorts of things that happen that easily could just like go awry, that are completely out of my control. So for me, the things that I can control are my actions, thoughts and behaviors and reactions to things that happen to me. So I found myself saying the Serenity Prayer quite a bit, some days more often than others, to be completely honest. And then the other thing that like really helps me personally is just, you know, kind of just asking my higher power, which for me is the universe and nature, because it's much more expansive and bigger than me. And I'm just an infinitesimal aspect of it, and I will be gone in no time, and it'll be the next generation's turn. I know I didn't mean to take it a dark direction, it's just that that's the case. So yeah, so for me, my experience is always just, it's easier to let things go and just let them play out. Like I could react and get really upset, and then let it fester and bother my entire day. Or I could figure out a healthy way to pull someone aside and articulate how I'm feeling and why this is upsetting me. You know, or if it's a situation where I don't have that opportunity, then I can talk it out with my girlfriend, or I can talk it out with family and friends, or I can talk it out with my sponsor and grand sponsor. Who all three of us will be going to a meeting together this week, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, for the most part, I'm just trying to figure out like what is the best thing for me personally. Like, I think that the best thing is like just water off a duck's back, you know, wear life like a loose garment. It's just, you know, life's gonna happen and I just have to let it happen, and whatever happens, 99% of it is out of my control, so my reaction is gonna be, you know, indifferent, and I am just gonna focus on my side of the street and keep myself between the guardrails and do the best that I can to ensure that I protect my sobriety for 24 hours. Anyway, again, I am, I forgot the one last part. What I hope for you is the same thing. I hope that you can have life just kind of wash over you like water off a duck's back, and that you can live life on life's terms. Please like and subscribe to our videos. Use the comment section to help build like a community where we can talk and share our experience, strength, and hope. And then what I hope for you, whether you're a newcomer or someone underneath your belt, is that you can, if you're a newcomer, unburden yourself. And then if you have time underneath your belt, you'll be able to help that newcomer just in terms of how you went about getting your recovery and staying on your road to recovery. For me, it's going to a lot of meetings and staying in the center of the fellowship. So that's what works for me. But everybody's different. I know plenty of people that got sober by just going back to the church. At the end of the day, it's just a willingness to put in the work. So for me, I just do all the things that my sponsor pretty much tells me. I'm gonna call him. I feel bad. It's a Saturday, so I'm gonna give him until about like 9 o'clock to sleep in, and then I'll give him a call. I'm part of the 5 a.m. club, so I've been up for a while. With that, I will say I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I am Josh, still a warrior fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. And I wish all of you well, and I hope you have a great weekend. All right.